The 2019 NFL Draft is over, and NFL Nation has you covered. Our crew of 32 team reporters breaks down all 254 picks. Arizona Cardinals. It's officially the Kliff and Kyler show, as the Cardinals took quarterback Kyler Murray number 1 overall. If the Cardinals want to entrust the offense to first-year coach Kliff Kingsbury, then it makes sense to give him the QB he has wanted for years. Read Josh Weinfuss analysis for every pick. Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons sorely need toughness up front to not only open holes in the running game, but also to protect quarterback Matt Ryan, who was sacked 42 times last season. They ended up taking 2 offensive linemen in round 1. Read Von McClure's analysis for every pick. Baltimore Ravens. Marquise Brown was a bold first pick by new Ravens GM Eric DeCosta. Ignoring the franchise's awful track record in drafting receivers, DeCosta selected an explosive playmaker and provided a much-needed weapon for quarterback Lamar Jackson. Read Jamison Hensley's analysis for every pick. Buffalo Bills fuel quibble with the decision to draft defensive tackle Ed Oliver at No. 9 overall. Oliver's selection blends value and need for a Bills team that lost starting defensive tackle Kyle Williams to retirement. Read Mike Roddick's analysis for every pick. 2019 NFL Draft coverage. What you need to know from rounds 1 to 7. Edge rusher Brian Burns has elite speed and position flexibility, which fits what coach Ron Rivera is trying to do with the defense. Read David Newton's analysis for every pick. Chicago Bears. The Bears jumped up 14 spots to select David Montgomery, who figures to mesh well with current Chicago running backs Tariq Cohen and Mike Davis. Read Jeff Dickerson's analysis for every pick. Cincinnati Bengals. The Bengals got their guy. Selecting Alabama's Jonah Williams gives the Bengals flexibility to craft their offensive line to their liking, and that's key after several years of struggling to fix the unit. Read Catherine Terrell's analysis for every pick. Cleveland Browns. The Browns have acquired a top-end playmaker in Greedy Williams, who is as good in man coverage as any cornerback in this draft. The downside, Williams isn't known for his tackling, and the Browns need help in that area after allowing at least 5 yards after the catch on 166 receptions last season. Read Kevin Seifert's analysis for every pick. Dallas Cowboys. The Cowboys' first selection was at No. 58, where they took defensive tackle Tristan Hill. They believe he can fill in the rotation in 2019 and become a full-time contributor in 2020. Hill has a quick first step and can get up the field. Read Todd Archer's analysis for every pick. Denver Broncos tight end Noah Fant should have immediate impact in the Broncos' new offense. Denver's tight ends have been plagued by injuries. Fant is the 4th tight end picked by the team in the past 5 drafts. Read Jeff Legwold's analysis for every pick. Detroit Lions. Between the signing of Jesse James in free agency and the drafting of TJ Hawkinson with the No. 8 overall pick, don't be surprised if the Lions run a lot of 2 tight end sets in Darrell Bevell's new offense. Read Michael Rothstein's analysis for every pick. Green Bay Packers defensive end Rashawn Gary is a risky pick because of injury history and lack of production, but that doesn't mean he can't change in the NFL. And the Packers had a need for speed at safety, and found it with Darnell Savage Jr. At No. 21. Read Rob Demovsky's analysis for every pick. Houston Texans taking a tackle in Titus Howard at number 23 was the right move for the Texans, who had made it a priority to find protection for franchise QB Deshaun Watson after he was sacked an NFL-high 62 times last season. Read Sarah Barshop's analysis for every pick. Indianapolis Colts. The Colts surprised many in the NFL by finishing 11th overall in total defense, but secondary was a legitimate concern. Rock Ya-Sin, their first pick of the draft at number 34 overall, helps fill that need at cornerback. Read Mike Wells' analysis for every pick. Jacksonville Jaguars. This was a dream scenario for the Jaguars. They went through several practice runs, and outside linebacker Josh Allen was available at number 7 in only a handful. GM Tom Coughlin said Allen was too good a player to possibly pass up. Read Michael DeRocco's analysis for every pick. Kansas City Chiefs receiver Mecole Hardman could well be the replacement for Tyreek Hill if the Chiefs decide to release him given his legal troubles. Hardman is a burner in the mold of Hill, having run a 4.33 40 at the Combine. Read Adam Tyker's analysis for every pick. New Orleans Saints. The Saints traded up 14 spots to get center Eric McCoy, who should compete with recently signed veteran Nick Easton for the Saints' starting job in the wake of Max Unger's retirement. Read McKay triplets analysis for every pick. Los Angeles Chargers. With 3 defensive tackles on the roster, the Chargers filled the team's most obvious need by selecting 6'6", 300-pound Jerry Tillery, who should help defensive ends Joey Bosa and Melvin Ingram get to the quarterback more often. Read Eric D. Williams analysis for every pick. Los Angeles Rams. The Rams' first pick, Taylor Rapp, will provide immediate depth behind veteran Eric Weddle and John Johnson III and could quickly develop into a starting caliber safety. Read Lindsey Theory's analysis for every pick. Miami Dolphins tackle Christian Wilkins is a great fit in first-year coach Brian Flores' versatile defense, fills one of the Dolphins' biggest needs and has familiarity with Miami defensive line coach Marion Hobby, who coached him at Clemson. Read Cameron Wolf's analysis for every pick. Draft Academy. Draft Academy documents the journey of 6 prospects: Nick Bosa, Marquise Brown, Drew Luck, Tyree Jackson, Jarrett Stidham and Josh Jacobs. Watch on ESPN. Minnesota Vikings. The Vikings made no secret of their admiration for NC State offensive lineman Garrett Bradbury, whom they drafted at No. 18 overall and see as a great fit for their zone blocking scheme. Read Courtney Cronin's analysis for every pick. New England Patriots. If there was one storyline that trumped all others heading into the draft, it was how the Patriots needed help at receiver, yet their history drafting early at the position hasn't produced consistent results. Enter Arizona State's N'Keal Harry. Read Mike Reese analysis for every pick. New York Giants. The Giants drafted 3 players in round 1, but it was the risky selection of quarterback Daniel Jones at No. 6 overall that has general manager Dave Gettleman and coach Pat Shurmur putting their reputation and fate on the line. Read Jordan Ronnan's analysis for every pick. New York Jets. The Jets passed on a rare chance to select a top edge rushing prospect in outside linebacker Josh Allen, opting for arguably the safest prospect in the draft with defensive tackle Quinnen Williams. Read Rich Cimini's analysis for every pick. Oakland Raiders. The Raiders addressed several needs in round 1, drafting defensive end Clelin Ferrell, next Khalil Mack, running back Josh Jacobs, Marshawn Lynch retirement, and safety Jonathan Abram brings size to the secondary. Read Paul Gutierrez's analysis for every pick. Pittsburgh Steelers. Replacing Ryan Shazier in the middle of Pittsburgh's defense required a normally conservative franchise to get aggressive by trading up, and the move to draft inside linebacker Devin Bush should pay off. Read Jeremy Fowler's analysis for every pick. Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles like to build from the inside out, and they moved up to No. 22 overall to add a potential blue chipper in Andre Dillard to an already strong offensive line. The replacement process for 37-year-old standout left tackle Jason Peters has begun. Read Tim McManus' analysis for every pick. San Francisco 49ers. With the additions of Dee Ford and now Nick Bosa, the Niners believe they have supercharged their pass rush. For as much as this is about adding a top player, it's also about establishing who the 49ers want to be as a defense and a team. Read Nick Wagner's analysis for every pick. Seattle Seahawks. Be moving back from number 21 to number 29 and taking defensive end L.J. Collier. The Seahawks restocked after trading Frank Clark without having to significantly overdraft to do so. Read Brady Henderson's analysis for every pick. Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The Buccaneers secured one of the best all-around inside linebackers, LSU's Devin White, who has drawn comparisons to Patrick Willis and was a strong on-field leader for the Tigers. Read Jenna Lane's analysis for every pick. Tennessee Titans. Shaving their first-round pick start on the reserve, physically unable to perform list isn't ideal, but defensive tackle Jeffrey Simmons has a ways to go in recovering from an ACL tear as well as escaping the cloud of a 2016 off-field incident in which he pleaded no contest to simple assault. Read Turin Davenport's analysis for every pick. Washington Redskins. The Redskins picked up a talented quarterback and Dwayne Haskins with the number 15 overall pick and a top 10 value pick in outside linebacker Montez Sweat at No. 26. Both players bring some risk, but there's big upside for each. Read John Keim's analysis for every pick.